Best in Me from Julia Michaels on Magic 97.7, your home for the annual holiday food drive during the Victorian holiday this Saturday in St. Johnsbury. Mike Barrett's in with us at 8:35 for Good Policies with Barrett Insurance. Hi, my friend.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm well. I'm not as comfy as Charlie laying down on your passenger seat out there right now.
The old four-year-old yellow lab is chilling in the truck.
Yeah,
I'm the guy with the dog. That's, I think, where I'm at now. I'm the guy with the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just sits so well in the truck. It's awesome.
And I love going down and saying hi to him. So we talk about the insurance world. It's complex. Most of us don't get it. All we do is hear these commercials about 1-800-1888, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Dollars is what they think is the determining factor. We're out to prove that wrong with good insurance policies that meet the need.
Right. I don't practice what I preach, though. I switched insurance companies so many times. I'm actually getting paid $500 a year to be insured with where I'm at. That's how much savings I've gotten over the years, Jeff. Very proud of myself.
No, that's good. That's what it's about. Everybody needs some more money. So our subject matter today is cancellations, and we're not talking about school or events.
No. Although, boy, I still remember those good old days, waiting for that to come on. But no, we're talking cancellations of insurance, and it's the continuous conversation that I have. It's really part of the process. So what am I talking about with the cancellation? Well, the cancellation can happen for numerous reasons, all right? A cancellation can happen because, number one, you didn't pay your insurance premium. You get a notice of late payment, don't pay the late payment, then you get canceled. That's obviously a very common way for a cancellation to take place. But the cancellations I'm speaking of today are cancellations that are intentional, okay? So you have now decided, I am switching from company A to company B. So you go to company B, but you don't tell company A that you're breaking up with them, all right? So they're going to continue to send you love letters.
Have them text it.
But they're going to continue to send you notices, and you could potentially be getting connected with a credit collections agency because maybe you owe them money. Or you're leaving money on the table because you have gone to another company. Company A doesn't know that you went to company B. Company A doesn't know when you went. So there could be some limbo as terms of cancellation date.
All right.
So the biggest thing to remember is if you are switching from A to B, once B is in place, cancel A specifically. Whether you do it through us, like if we're writing you in our own office, we will cancel with the company you're with. If it's with us, because it's very easy to do, we just have you sign a form, boom, you're done. If it's with another agent or another carrier, your option is either to complete a form with us, we will send it, but make sure you get an acknowledgement of cancellation within 7 to 10 business days. If not, then you are potentially still covered by company A. So another thing to do would be to directly reach out to company A.
So the way I see leaving money on the table is there's some folks out there lucky enough to pay their insurance for an entire year.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But some folks.
But it could be any way of payment. It could be any, because the way companies, accrue the premium varies widely from company to company and from payment plan to payment plan. So if you're monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually, whatever the case may be, some companies offer 9 pays and 10 pays. You just don't want to have any situation where even a dollar is being left behind because that's a wasted dollar. So make sure that when you replace your insurance with another company, that you specifically and absolutely verify that company has canceled you. I see that all the time. I've had people who have been insured with 2 companies for almost a year. And luckily, in those cases, we've been able to get them their money back. But it's the easiest thing to do is just to be proactive and specifically request that.
One thing to not do to cancel your insurance. All right, honey, we're going down to the car dealership. Go ahead and call the insurance company because we ain't coming back till we got a new car. Don't do that because between here and there, anything could happen. Just a little humor, but just referencing the fact that you said once you get your new coverage,
right,
that's when you cancel.
Right, and if you're and you we can do a quick sidestep here in that example that you're giving. If you got a car and you're going to trade, you automatically have coverage, the broadest coverage available on your auto insurance on the new car, if you're trading or even if you're adding. Until, you got 7 days to report it back. I think it's 14 in Vermont, but let's call it 7 so you called me earlier. But as long as you report it to your agent within a specific amount of time, you have the broadest coverage available on your policy for that interim. And then we will go back to the day that you bought it and add it effective that day to make sure it's proper to get the appropriate rate. But many people have this misconception that they can't buy a car after hours or on the weekends or that they need to get a different policy. Not the case. Now, if you have a liability-only vehicle, Boy, we took a big sidestep. Sorry. But if you have a liability-only vehicle and you are now going and getting a brand new vehicle that requires full coverage, pump the brakes a little bit because you're not the broadest coverage on your policy is liability. So
Still liability because that's your current policy.
Exactly. So if that's something that you're considering doing, maybe not a bad idea just to say, hey, toss comprehensive and collision on with this deductible, that deductible, and have it a day or two before you go and trade. That way the broadest coverage available is going to be there when you get that car that requires it.
Well, I think it's important that you bring that up now because it's the end of the year. Everybody knows I used to sell cars way back, okay? This is the time of the year that the best deals are happening. XYZ pickup truck for a 30-month lease, $129 a month or whatever, okay?
Year-end deals.
Bing. I'm going to buy my new truck now or my new car.
Exactly.
So I think it's important that we address it like that, sidestep or not.
Yeah, it's worthy of the conversation for sure because a lot of people just don't know that they can trade cars or add cars without reporting immediately or ahead of time to their insurance company. But when you do that, broadest coverage, as long as you got good coverage and physical damage, comprehensive collision is what I mean by that. It's going to extend to that new vehicle for the reporting period.
Okay, time is short for us this morning here, but that example that we've given here has been on an automobile. Now, buying a car is a shorter process than buying a home or anything like that, but is this equally important in homeowners insurance?
More important.
And such?
More important. Homeowners, you need to be ahead of the game, all right? Because, and here's a great, all right, I'm going to, very concise. Ready? Here we go. You don't buy a home without looking at it. The bank doesn't do a mortgage on it without doing an appraisal, so don't expect the insurance company to write it without seeing it. So make sure that insurance ahead of time is part of the process. So number one, you're not stuck with one option. You want to have some quotes. You want to have some options and make sure you're checking pricing because price is relative here, okay? Coverage and price balanced out will work for you, but make sure you're giving yourself enough time to shop for your homeowner's insurance. Most houses are MLS listed. Most houses we can do quotes just by looking at what the property listing is and at least give you an idea. So make that an early part of you. Well, if you're getting ready to get the appraisal by the bank, that's a good time to start calling us.
And the takeaway from all of this as we get ready for you to give folks contact information is do it in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we love to do. We want to be there to help you and make sure we're having enough time to get to know you to assess your situation. So feel free to give us a call. We are right on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Phone number 748-5224. Online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube is all Barrett Insurance Agency. And I can't remember. I think a number of years now we've been collecting for the Santa Fund every year, and we are doing that again. So we are collecting for the Santa Fund. So if you can't make it to the fire department to donate directly and you would like to be able to have a drop-off location, we are one. Our tree looks really pretty. We got a lot of great toys underneath, and we would love for you to come by and drop off some more.
Well, they can drop off the toys when they come in to say happy holidays to you and the crew.
Absolutely, and we have chocolates, so, you know.
He loves chocolates.
Little quid pro chocolate.
Look at his belly. I couldn't resist. All right, good policies. Magic 97.7 music from Ciara.